Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Livingston. As you can see today, I finally have a guest, so I'm not talking by myself here. Been having to do that the past couple of times. So who we have here is Jason Kinchin. Some of y'all may have met him or seen him already up at the park. So Jason is our Parks and Recs director, and how long have you been here with us?
Oh, we've been here since February?
Okay, well, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But Jason, tell them a little bit about you, kind of what you've done in the past and your background with Parks and Recs.
All right, first and foremost, I'm married to a beautiful wife, Nicole, and I have two great children. I do live in Central Louisiana, which is about a 30-minute ride down the road. As far as my professional background that concerns this position that I'm in, is that I've been a baseball player all my life. Played college baseball, professional baseball with the Yankees. I've coached high school baseball for several years and football as well. I was an athletic director at some high schools in town. From there, I had a background that I was able to join into the Parks and Recs division. I spent 3 years in West Feliciana Parish, and it was something that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the community aspect of it, the ability to work with kids and do certain projects and just be out involved in the community. So as far as, being part of something like this, when JT gave me the call and said, hey, there's a position opened up, I did a little bit of investigating, looked at the fields and the parks that they have, and JT and I had a conversation, and I really enjoyed what he had to say.
So Jason, I didn't know Jason, and with the growth of the town, with everything we're doing, we just felt like we needed to have someone that was focused. That was their full-time job, was to focus on our Parks and Recs programs because they're continuing to grow. So I reached out to a few people I knew, and actually the Parks and Recs director in Walker, Randy Alvarez, gave me Jason's information and said, JT, if you can get him, he knows what he's doing with this. He's run successful programs. I don't know if you can get him. I didn't know if I could, but I said, hey, I'm going to give it a shot and give you a call. And so far it's worked out, and it's been a great partnership, and we've done a lot of things. But today, what we were coming to you about, and what I wanted to bring Jason on, we're going to talk about LPR basketball, so our Biddy basketball. And just give you a little background on Biddy basketball, why we started doing Biddy. The year before last, so my second year as mayor, I wanted to start the Biddy League here. My middle son ended up a few years ago, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, going and playing in Walker. So they had some people call, said, hey, will you bring him over here to play in Walker? We know he's a decent player and maybe could play All-Stars. So we wanted an opportunity for him not to just play 4 weekends and then we're done. Like baseball, softball, we've always had opportunities for kids to play the travel ball or the All-Star thing. So when I first became mayor, I wanted to do it. Obviously, it was too late to do it. So the second year we started it. And when he played in Walker and he got that taste of competition, he really fell in love with basketball. He already loved it. And I said, man, I would love to offer this to kids in town of Livingston, or the kids that play in our league. So we started it. First year we didn't have any All-Star teams. Last year we had 2 All-Star teams, and hopefully we could have more. And in this video, we'll have something coming up that's going to give you a little information that we do believe is going to offer more opportunity to kids that want to play more than just league and maybe have the opportunity to play All-Stars. But I'm going to let Jason and another guest is going to be coming on to speak about that. But anyway, for town of Livingston, for LPR, registration is now open, correct?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
And what's the cost on registration?
The cost on registration, if you do it up here at Town Hall, it's $85, but if you do it online, it'll be $90 for a $5 processing fee.
Yes, unfortunately, they charge us for those things, so we have to make up those costs. We've had a lot of people come in, and also registration. They can register on the Livingston Parks and Recreation Facebook page. Is that correct?
That's correct. Just go to that page and hit that link. It's a jot form link, and give you your information.
And you may have to scroll down a little bit on the post, and we'll continue to post it.
Yes.
And then we're also going to put it on our website. We'll have that on our website, the link, and that's townoflivingston.com, that you can go on there and register, or you can come here and pick up a form. Mm-hmm. So we have a form here at the town hall that you can come pick up and fill it out. So however you want to register, and then registration ends when?
October 20th. So,
okay.
we got a few weeks ahead of us from there. So guys, go ahead and, do that duty.
Yeah,
and sign
so
them up.
please go ahead and register. It happens every year when that date ends on the 21st. We're going to have people calling us saying, "Hey, I didn't know."
Now, we did drop off some flyers to Doyle Elementary, so they, if you're a parent looking at your child's backpack, you should have some information from there as well.
Okay. All right, great. And then what about, we've had a lot of people asking about games, practices. When is that going to be? Is that just weekends, during the week?
Yes, once we go through the draft, we'll have our coaches, which we'll talk about in a second. We'll draft the players. We'll come in and inform the teams. The players on the teams will be contacted by the coach. We'll set up a designated time for them to practice. During that time, practicing games can either happen, during the week or on a Saturday. So you may be looking at a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday type of deal for game times. Games will start in, I believe, the second week in January 8th, and then continues, through about the second weekend in February. So, we're trying to get a good amount of games for the kids to play. We may mix in some a preseason or a midseason tournament. There's some ideas being kicked around right now, but just enough schedule to, hey, we want to get these kids some games, but we don't want to keep them out here all year long.
And another thing I wanted to mention too, look, if you love basketball, if you're passionate about basketball here locally for our kids, and you want to be involved with us, right now we just have Jason, our Parks and Rec director. I do as much as I can to help, but if you come to me and say, hey JT, I would love to help with your basketball league as far as ideas, things that we feel could improve it, please come to me or Jason about those things. Yeah. Always open for people to step in and help.
Didn't you coach last year?
I've coached the past several years.
Well, there you go. You got the mayor coaching. And as far as a park director, that is one of the toughest things that we have to do, is finding coaches to coach these young men and young girls. It's really rewarding. Trust me, I've done it for several years, having an opportunity to be part of those kids' lives. They will remember you growing up as a big factor of the way that they were groomed to the person that they are. So again, like I said, go to JT, come to me, or you can go to our Facebook page or our website and find the contact information and try to find a way to get in contact with us. Other than that,
well, and with the coaches too, on the sign-up form, I've coached for a long time, and I've enjoyed coaching. I don't know much about basketball either. I'm a baseball guy.
I don't either,
but a lot of times people feel intimidated. Hey, I don't know anything about basketball.
There's YouTube. You can always go and find out.
You could. I just pretty much tell my kids, get out there and have a good time.
There you go.
And I have kids come up to me all the time that I've coached, and I know you have too, still to this day.
Yeah.
Hey, coach, how you doing, coach? That I coach when, they're 20 now, and I coached them when they were 5.
100%. Yes.
So that's something that it is very rewarding. And then we're here to help too. Yeah. If you say, look, I don't know much about it, come coach. I'm there to help. Jason's there to help, and hopefully we have some other people, high school coaches, some of the high school players, that could come help. So the coaching is always the hardest part. Yeah. It's always in baseball and basketball, any rec sport. We know you want your kids to play, unfortunately, and we started doing this last year. Look, we can't spend weeks just calling and begging people to coach. I would rather only see 7 or 8 kids on a team, but if there's got to be 10 to 12 on a team because we don't have enough coaches, unfortunately that may be what we have to do, and your son or daughter might not get as much playing time as you would like. We don't want to do that, but at the end of the day, we have to get the league going, and we can't just sit there and beg coaches to come.
And as far as the age groups that we'll have, we want to make sure that every age group is filled, and understand that as they get older, it's tougher to fill those age groups. But we're looking at 4U, 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U, and 14U. And those are the age groups that we'll be having. So.
And then the 4U, I think, is just 4, not 3.
No, 4U is 4U.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
4-year-olds.
And it could be, that is co-ed as well.
Yeah, and then also with the ages, just as an example, if they turned 11 before September 1st of this year, they have to play in the 12 and under.
That's correct.
They won't play, so the cutoff is September 1st. So if they turn 13 before September 1st, they would play in the 14U. So we have all these ages. That doesn't mean we're going to have a league for each age. We've seen this happen a lot of times. Like Jason said, the older age groups, the 14U, we may only have 12 kids. We can't just have 2 teams and they continue to play each other, every weekend. So it's going to depend on the numbers. Typically, the 12, the 10s, the 8s, and 6s do pretty well. So, and with All Stars, I'm going to let you and our guest, I'll go ahead and say who our guest is. That's going to be Randy Alvarez with the City of Walker. Talk about a partnership that we've been working on for quite a while. So we're going to let them talk about that a little bit.
All right, we've got Randy Alvarez, Director of Parks and Rec in Walker. Today, we're going to talk about our LPR and Walker Rec Biddy basketball program. Randy, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Randy Alvarez. I am the Executive Director for the City of Walker Parks and Recreation Department. Real excited about being here in Livingston Parish and the City of Walker. I bring a little over 30 years of experience to the position. I've been at 3 or 4 departments here in the state of Louisiana. Very fortunate to have the opportunity in West Feliciana Parish, Breck and Baton Rouge, and even Chapapila Sports Park down the street in Hammond, Louisiana. But as life brings you to full circles, I'm here in Livingston and excited about our opportunity for a new partnership between the City of Walker and the town of Livingston.
All right. Well, I guess that's what brings us today is talking about recreational basketball. You know, what we're going to do is partnership into an agreement with basketball being Biddy basketball. You want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about Biddy basketball?
Well, Biddy's been around for a long time. A lot of people know it started in the New Orleans area many years ago. Biddy is an association like AAU, but Biddy gives kids opportunity to further their basketball seasons by playing in tournaments and having an all-star program. And I've always been a proponent for many years of giving as many kids as possible the opportunity to participate in programs. And I just feel like over the years, especially in smaller communities, those numbers are dwindling. And we just have been talking for a while about giving our 2 communities the opportunity for more kids to participate, boys and girls, that want to. And that's what this partnership's all about. And I'm excited to work with Jason and JT. And I think it's we're gonna have some little growing pains at first, but I think it's going to be great for everybody involved.
Yeah, and I agree, Randy. Opportunity is basically what we can only ask for, and also the ability to have different resources and be able to, hey, I got your back, you got my back. Mm-hmm. As far as the league organization, being that Walker and Livingston Parish is going to come together. We're still going to have our own league. So when it does come to the rec season, LPR is going to have its rec season. Walker Parks and Recreation is going to have their own season. Then all of a sudden, when it comes down to it, we'll be able to have more opportunities for kids to go and play all-star after that's done for those tournament dates with Biddy basketball. So that's one of the, the real reasons, just like opportunity. We want to make sure that those kids have an opportunity to go and play that want to go and play.
Yeah. From what I understand, for many years, the numbers have dwindled, not only in boys' age groups, and we still get a good participation out of the young men, but the young ladies. I know our experience last year, we only had a few girls' teams, and I feel like this will be, the girls want to play with girls, boys want to play with boys. A lot of us try the co-ed route, but that's not always fun for everybody involved. So this is going to give all those groups an opportunity to go and play that want to play. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully for many years we'll continue this partnership. One of the things I wanted to mention to Jason is our motto in the City of Walker this year is where community gathers. And I've always felt like we're neighbors, and we're just extending that opportunity to a bigger community. So that's what we're all about. That's what Parks and Rec's supposed to be. I've always told my people that you get paid to play, and you should have fun. And I've been a member of Louisiana Recreation and Parks for over 25 years, and I've been to many communities around the state of Louisiana. A lot of times those small communities get left out, and this is our opportunity to give back to those small communities.
The town of Livingston and I are happy to partner up with you, and hopefully we can make this a good experience for everybody.
We will.
All right.
Awesome, Jason.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I want to thank Randy Alvarez with the City of Walker Parks and Recreation, as well as Jason Kinchin with Livingston Parks and Recreation for coming on today and talking to us about league and then all-star biddy basketball. So we're looking forward to this partnership. We've been talking about this for quite a while. We just believe it's going to create more opportunities for our kids, not only in league, but also in all-star. So we're looking forward to this partnership. We believe that this is how we will accomplish our goals of working together and not always being separated and working against each other. If we didn't answer any questions for you today regarding the league, you could still check out our Facebook page, Livingston Parks and Recreation, as well as Walker Parks and Recreation and Community Outreach Facebook page. We will be adding some information of biddy basketball on our town website. That's townoflivingston.com, as well as the registration form we will be adding to our website. For now, you can still come to the town hall and grab a registration form, or you can go to Livingston Parks and Recreation Facebook page. So this weekend on Saturday, we do have the Livingston Parish Fair Parade coming up at 10 a.m. So if you plan on attending, I would encourage you to get here a little early and set up. If you don't plan on attending, I would encourage you just to avoid the town of Livingston for a little bit, at least for an hour. It's going to be a big parade, a great event, so we do encourage you to come. And then we have our fitness court across the street at Circle Drive Park. It is now open and ready for you to come work out. There's a QR code on there. It's a 7-step workout program. On November the 2nd at 10 a.m., that's a Thursday, we will be having a launch event for this fitness court. We will be having representatives from National Fitness Court here, as well as our sponsors. We're going to invite our community, come check it out. We will have some demonstration on how to use the equipment, so it's going to be a great time, so we encourage you to come out. So I want to just thank you for watching, and I look forward next weekend or next week to bringing another episode of Let's Talk Livingston to you. Until then, enjoy this beautiful weather that we're about to have, and we will see you